Virgo, how you doing? So everybody keeps asking me for a Virgo reading. Here we are, Virgo. So just one very quick thing before we start. I don't know if you knew about my circumstance, but if you would like to read about the devastating circumstance I was in of losing £7,000, I have a GoFundMe page that is below if you want to read about my story, because it is absolutely devastating and I've lost everything. And I don't know what to do, Virgo. So the only thing I can do is hopefully turn to you guys. And also myself, I've got to get another job because I have no job either. But it is linked below as my GoFundMe page. If you don't even want to fund anything, you can join or like or subscribe or join the channel, or just want to read about it just by curiosity. But for the people that have donated, I really, really do appreciate it, man. You've helped me out so much. I think we've got about £200 so far in donations, so I really appreciate it. Sorry about that, but I need to get that out of the way because it's really important to thank people. So if you would like to take a look, the link is below. If you would like to join the channel, the join button is below, where you'll have access to your second half. So what we're doing, Virgo, we're doing this in 4 parts. We're going to do week 1 and week 2 of October, and then week 3 and week 4 over on the other side, okay? Which is the join button below. So let's see, Virgo. What's Virgo got coming up for the first week of October? Depending on how long this takes. Okay, so I'm hearing that. It depends on how long it's going to take. Is it going to take long, okay, for you to make a decision or something to do around business and finances here? How long is it going to take? Is it going to take long before I get made an offer, or like something that's very slow at the moment, but you may be wondering to yourself, I wonder how long this is going to take. Okay, now this is an offer of money. It's also being able to pick up some hours, extra hours, shift work. It can also be money that is paid to you cash in hand, meaning that it's not tax, but like someone's going to offer me and say, look, you know, blah, 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 it's only an hour or 2 or a couple of hours. I can afford to pay you cash in hand, right? Cash in hand, get it? Some of you may be going to cash and carry, or you work, unless your name's Carrie or Carrie, or I'm also hearing kerosene for some reason, Caroline or Caroline. But like, I don't know what I was hearing then, something. Anyway, let's go. Virgo, we'll look at your love life when it comes up, but at the moment, this is just an idea that somebody has of you or this person. Can watch this as Life Path 9 as well. That I've got an idea that is financially abundant, that could work in the future if only I take this chance and this risk to get the money. At the moment, this person could be a lonely housewife or a lonely person that is on their own. They live at home on their own. They may have, or you may have, children, and you live at home on your own, but you are looking for work and maybe cash in hand, because some of you may be on benefits or insurances that you get for having children. So in the UK, if you've got children, the UK literally pay you nothing anymore. They used to, but now they don't. So now you have to fend for yourself. If you're not with ex-partner anymore, and the ex-partner doesn't pay, the government didn't pay you anything either. Okay, so this is like a single mum on their own, living at home, may or may not be with someone. If it is, they're not helping financially, and that you're looking for some extra work that could be offered to you through someone or from the offers or Sandy or St. Neots. Okay, and it's going to be offered where I may be able to earn some money at home. Okay, so like being at home, how can I earn money by being at home? Or I'm sick to death of this and I want to get out and get some money and a job, and the only way I'm going to do it is by going out of the house to look for it. Okay, so at the moment that is financial, but there's an idea here. Mine is obviously my fast food truck. I've got a pitch. They've said, like, you know, you can bring it here and you can earn loads of money and it's a great place for you to earn money. I just haven't got the bloody thing yet. I need some people are saying about converting a horse box and whatnot, but it's actually cheaper to actually buy one already made. But I know I could make this work. I've just got to be able to afford to buy the food trailer. Anyway, Virgo, you might hear me going on about this for a little bit because I'm proper got salt in the wounds, me, Virgo, and I can't vent either, and it's annoying. Virgo, so there's your possible love life. like I said, this is like a single mum, maybe on their own, okay, or you're a single woman wondering when is something going to happen. Well, if you don't go out, nothing, okay? You got to go out in order to maybe find a commitment relationship. Some of you, someone might just be waiting to get back with someone. Like, I'm just going to wait on my past to come back and just see if that happens here. By miraculously not putting in any effort, I'll just see if it happens, right? At the moment, I'll just remain single, biding my time, not really making any moves, not really doing anything, hoping that someone will come back. There it is. Not, what the hell? So this is ignoring someone, not speaking to them, wondering, or a fish called wonder, maybe someone that's French, or a fish, that would be a Piscean. But without me saying anything, I wonder if they're going to come back into my life by not telling them. Which is, sorry, but it's kind of here. This could be like Leo. But like, I don't see them very often. We don't speak very much. They're distant. We haven't spoken a while. I haven't seen you in a while. So without reaching out and messaging you, I'll just wonder if you're going to come back or when you are going to come back by not speaking to the person. How are y'all going to know that? Right? Sometimes when I read these cards, I think, please, God, don't let this be really happening. Why can't people actually speak up for what they want? Right? Me, I'm straight in there like mustard, Dave. If I want something, bruv. But these are normally not speaking. They're ideas and they're possible children that someone has. But Seven of Swords can also be someone that has like ADHD, and you or the other person believe like, oh, they're gone off wandering, and you know, they go off and they do their thing and they'll be back at some point. I've just got to sit here and put up with it and raise my kids on my own and just hope one day that Cinderella might walk through my fucking door. You know, if I click my yellow brick road. This person can also work on the roads, or they're from Rhodes or Louisiana or Ireland, but they work on the roads, right? Virgo or Life Path 9. So let's see one more card, please, for Virgo. Don't forget we're doing week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Virgo. Two of Swords. Libra energy. This is just like undecided. Like, I'm just not like, I'm not really looking. I might even have someone, but I'm not really looking left or right. I'm not really paying attention. This is like, I wonder when this person's going to make a decision to either kick me out or not. It's kind of like someone's coming to the conclusion of like, I wonder when I'm going to be kicked out. I seem to be like, I forget what the word is now, but skating on thin ice, right? Someone keeps leaving a Libra to go and pay attention to their children. It's like this energy here could be like a Life Path 7, maybe a Cancerian or something, or Leo. But they keep going back to where their kids are and they look after their children. They may actually be in a relationship, but this person doesn't really get to see them very often. And the kids don't. So it could be an ex-father or something, which would be the king of the queen that isn't here. So it's like this person here may have children and they leave this Libra energy here and they go off to see the kids. And then they wander back into the Libra's life now and again, okay, which is 7, 8, 9, which is like Virgo, Libra, Life Path 9 or something. This is just one message at the moment. Don't go anywhere. So they go off and they do their thing and then they come back, they see the children, and you don't actually get to spend much time with this person. That's love interest. I'm also picking up where some of you, this is happening to you as like if you've got kids. You don't get to spend much time with the child, one of the kids. Some of them stay at home, right? But they may not have a job. This one is going between like an ex backwards and forwards, right? Ex-husband or wife. Right, so let's break that down a little bit. So let's see for week 2 of October for Virgo. Please make sure you smash the like button, comment and subscribe, guys. I don't get many Virgo, and if you want another Virgo reading, you've got to get those likes up and the views. Okay, but 7 and 1, 8 of Cups. It's like this ADHD energy possible of like, well, I do have other options. I don't know whether to kick this person to the curb and wait or not wait. I do have options if I want to either 1, be single, 2, find someone else, or there is another person I know that I could be with. Virgo for week 2 of October. So the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 3 of the Empress, 3. There's a lot of blocking and not paying attention and not wanting to reconcile and the ego really sticking in and I'm not reaching out. I'm not going to say anything. You haven't changed. You won't change. I'm not going to make you an offer. Blah, blah, blah. Very stagnant energy here, Virgo, for the second week. Well, we haven't clarified them yet. But the Empress is also sitting pretty as if to say, well, I'm not chasing any motherfucker. Like, I'm just going to do me. This is like Pisces, Scorpio energy here, right? Like, I'm not changing, and I'm definitely not changing for you. If you need to keep changing me, then that obviously means you don't love me for who I am. And if you don't love me for who I am, then you might as well go and find someone else, because I'm still doing the same thing that I was before, and I always will. You can't change me, right? So there's a lot of this dynamic that's floating around of like maybe biding my time by not speaking to you, hoping that you may have changed, but you haven't. Right? Now, people don't change, but they can try harder, right? But it's like this, I'm not even going to bother trying. Like, it's this energy that may not even be spoke about of like, well, if you're not going to bother change and you're not going to bother working on it, then I'm not either. So you're not going to get me to chase you unless you put the effort in. And F and Steph and Jeff. And then it's kind of like, well, okay, well, if you're not going to put the effort in, I'm not either. It's like, okay, so where are we? Nowhere. Right? Nobody giving in. It's like there's a fight of the ego of people want to dominate the masculine and the feminine. Right? You could have someone that's very masculine. Okay. Say if you're a masculine person, right, you've got another person that's very masculine, right? That wants to remain in charge and wants to kind of rule the relationship, to have it go the way they want it. But the other person doesn't. They see it the other way. Right? And then obviously there's this. You have fear of a commitment. Okay. You have a fight or flight risk. You know, you have a detachment, goddamn styled fucking, I don't know, fish. Let's see, Virgo, what people normally do. This is what normal human beings do when in relationship. When they realise that it ain't working, they start looking for an answer of what's wrong with the other person, of why they won't commit to them. Normally that's because someone starts moaning or complaining, normally. But they don't look at it as if, is that the reason why they don't want to be around me? They look to try and find what is the problem with the other person, right? Instead of looking inwardly at themselves, they think, well, it must be the other person. Right, they must have a fear of attachment or detachment or a clingy style of relationship. So it must be something that happened in their childhood, instead of actually realizing, well, that's just the person that I'm with, to relax, to be with that person. If not, you get this. Right? Not everything in life stems from a childhood, right? It's how you are. It's who you are. Be proud of who you are. And if you have someone that puts you down, then you get narcissism, gaslighting, confusion. You may not actually be with this person because there's so much confusion, right? A lot of lying and cheating and mental health maybe. And you've probably called each other a fucking narc so many times that you're like, well, if I'm a narc, you're a narc. Okay, we're both narcs. So what's the point of being together? They're in. Well, that's why we're not. You just keep ghosting me and you don't talk to me and you run out the door and you run off and you don't never say hello or goodbye, or you don't care about me. And if you don't care about me, then why are you here? And then the person's like, well, I'm not. I got bigger things to do and think about myself. Well, you're a selfish, arrogant prick. Okay, well, I am, but I'm still thinking about myself. Right? So, seems to be your scenario. So, oh, great. So, there is, where are we? We're up here. Sorry, I did move the camera. So, there's week 1 and week 2. Sorry if that wasn't quite in the shot. I forgot that I angled my camera. So anyway, if you want to read about my story and you're just interested, please look at the what do you call it over there? It's, the link is provided below on the Gofundme. If you want to fund me in other ways and you want stuff in return, then please consider joining on the join button below, and that is where you will get another 2 of these for the 3rd and the 4th week, and then, because we're going to clarify these first, put them away, and then do the 3rd and the 4th week, and then clarify those. Okay? So that's what you get on the other side for $3 or $4 per month, and that'll also really help me out, guys, to fund my dream. Okay? So, thanks very much. All links are provided below. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.